Hello everyone. Today in this video we're going to review the Gobi IV men's desert boot made by VivoBarefoot. Now this is a brand new pair here I just got recently, and for the past few months, over the winter months, I've been wearing these hiking boots, but made by the same company, VivoBarefoot. This is their Trekker hiking boot. And I've gotten those pretty well broken in over the winter. It's a little bit heavier version, a little higher top and insulated. But today we're going to focus on these man's Gobi IV Desert Boot. Now, this is a brand new pair. And if you go back through all my videos, except for the past couple of months, you'll see me wearing these shoes here. This is an older version of these things here, except for these had a darker tan originally than this is a lighter tan. But these guys here have seen their better days. They're practically worn completely thin on the sole, so I'm going to retire these guys. You know, the original shoelace wore out a long time ago, and I made these my own out of some paracord. And yeah, I wore these for a good 5 years. I bought these like 5 years ago or so. But they're, like I said, they're just like paper thin on the sole now. These aren't thick-soled shoes in the first place, but those have worn themselves. They've done their job. So yeah, this is a very thin sole shoe. It rolls up just, you know, like that. And essentially leather with no lining, very little lining anyway. And it's got a cork insole, it'll come out. But these are what they consider barefoot shoes. It's in their name, VivoBarefoot. And that doesn't mean you wear them barefoot. You can, of course, with no socks. But I wear a little ankle sock in these things. It makes them a little bit more comfortable, as it would any shoe. But the idea behind the barefoot, name is in style of shoes is that when you wear them, it's as close as possible to being barefoot. I mean, the sole is really thin, so it's puncture resistant. But when you step on a rock with these shoes, you're going to feel the rock. It's not going to hurt like when you're barefoot, because you're protected. But yeah, you're going to feel the ground underneath you, and if you step on a rock, you're going to feel the rock. But for me, that's a plus. I like to feel the earth underneath me. I like to feel the ground. There's 29 muscles in the human foot, and 19 of those are intrinsic, meaning they're entirely within the foot. And then another 10 of those originate in the calf and leg and extend down into the foot. But that's quite a bit of muscles, different muscles, and it stands to reason if you don't exercise those muscles, they'll get weak, and just like any other muscle of your body. And so the idea behind a barefoot shoe is you let your foot get exercise the way it's meant to be, and shoes are a relatively recent thing, and shoes with a lot of support and tie you in really tight, or even more recent phenomenon. The foot has been around a long time, on the other hand. And yeah, these kind of get back to the basics and real minimalistic shoe. I believe they source their materials to try to be as eco-friendly as possible, and sustainable materials. Yeah, I love these shoes. They're just so comfortable. I mean, right out of the box, they're so thin and flexible. These are obviously made for warm weather. There's no insulation, but they will suffice in a little bit of snow. I've worn them in a little bit of snow. You don't want to go in stuff that's over ankle deep, of course, but and you'll get cold pretty quickly with these. But yeah, you can get outside and go with a little bit of snow. But they're mainly like intended for like a desert boot. And they're great for jumping around rocks in the desert environment. I've worn these shoes in a lot of desert and stepped on a lot of cactus needles, and nothing's ever punctured through them. And this leather just kind of completely conforms to your foot after a while. I put some leather conditioner on these. I haven't done any conditioning to these yet, but I'll put some leather conditioning on there and get the leather softened up and protected a little bit more. But you have a real wide foot box. That's what they're, give your toes room to spread out. And, it's just as close as possible to feeling barefoot in these while still having protection on your foot. And the other thing about these shoes, and this is something I gravitated towards just in my own life without even realizing what I was doing, that they're a zero rise shoe, meaning there's no heel to your heel is at the same height as the ball of your foot, which I think is also a positive. I naturally gravitated towards shoes of that type without even really knowing it in my life. I know one thing: if you get stuck with a bad pair of shoes, it can make your life miserable. You'll come home from work or whatever and with sore feet, and that's no fun. I had a bad pair of shoes once in my life, and it took me a while before I realized it, but my feet were sore every day, and so then I realized it was only during the week while I was working, and once I got on the weekend and took my work shoes off, the soreness went away. So I eventually figured out it was the work shoes. I got some different work shoes, and I realized all throughout my life that shoes are important and your mobility is important. And if your feet are sore, you're not going to be on them. And my feet have never gotten sore with these shoes. They're just so lightweight and flexible. It's just a very, very comfortable shoe. And if you're not used to a barefoot style or even a zero rise shoe, and your feet are kind of out of shape from wearing overly supportive shoes, it might take you a while to get used to something like this and get your feet into shape. But I think it's worth the time and effort to. And this is just one brand model of their shoes. They have a whole line of sneaker style shoes, all with the same basic design philosophy. Real thin soles and barefoot style, zero rise, and a couple different versions of hiking boots and different hiking trail shoes. And you just have to go onto their website. I'll leave a link in the description, their Amazon link. And I'm not affiliated with these guys, and I bought these shoes myself. Full disclaimer, they have no idea who I am, and these are not cheap shoes. These were $180, and it's kind of hard to see where all that money is, but I think they're worth it. This is obviously a lot more involved in making this boot. It has a little more aggressive sole. And then there's a forest version of this. It's even more aggressive sole than this hiking boot. But these are like $250, and I think that's kind of normal for a good hiking boot. These are insulated and waterproof, or water resistant, I guess. But obviously made for the snow and stuff like that. Whereas these are more of a day shoe, summer shoe, desert shoe. But I love them, and they've done me well. I've worn them on my one wheel and rubbed my one wheel a lot with them, and that's kind of hard on shoes. Actually, the grip tape on the one wheel is kind of abrasive on the sole of a shoe. As thin as these are, but it's a very durable material, and I think it's still here. I just happen to have a cactus needle. That's from a cactus I rescued. Me and Kenny. So we're gonna, I'm not gonna try it on my new shoes, but on my old shoes, we're gonna see if this thing will puncture through the thinnest portion where. Yeah, it ain't going through. It went into her, but there's a layer inside there that just, it's not going through. And on the thicker part, this is, I'm pressing as hard as I can, folks. It's not going in. And that's a sharp old cactus needle. So yeah, they are puncture resistant. Even this thinnest portion, it's worn completely. So you got to think there's someone else in there, molded in the rubber or something. I don't know. That's incredible. 5-year-old shoe, and it's not going in. Just barely, but it's not puncturing through. Incredible. Well, there you go, folks. These are big thumbs up for these boots. Highly recommend them.
So this is not right.
No, actually, Anna, you have a pair of these too. You haven't been wearing them recently because you got these slip-on tennis shoes, and it makes it easy for me. I don't have to lace them up. Yeah, she loves her desert boots too. Her version. We got them both the same time, so hers are just as old as these are, but I think they're getting ready to be replaced too. Alright, folks, I hope you like this video. Give these guys a look. Like I said, I'll leave a link in the description. And let me know, have you ever tried a barefoot shoe? And let me know in the comments, have you ever tried a barefoot shoe like this before? There's several different brands out there that do this sort of thing, but this is the brand I hooked onto. I saw these a long time ago, and
I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember that. Perfect.
Anyway, have a great day.